Hey folks, what's going on? It's Jacob. Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing really well. Coming to you here from the Gold Coast, from my home office on a Monday afternoon, getting a bit of work done, and wanted to bring you all a new video. Okay, in this one, I want to talk about a problem that I see with a lot of people trying to get started in the information game. Okay, so they've decided that they want to create a course, they want to be a coach, they want to be a consultant, maybe they want to run virtual events. Or maybe they want to sell other people's digital products as an affiliate marketer. Okay, they want to do something in that arena. And unfortunately, they fall into this trap, which can be really costly from both a time perspective and a monetary perspective. Okay, now I've worked with well over 1,000 students, helping them from scratch. And the best examples I've seen of people absolutely shooting the lights out embrace what I'm about to share with you in this video. Okay, so if you're in the early phases and things aren't going the way you want, or you're about to start and that's why you're watching this video, I think this is going to be quite powerful for you. Okay, before we jump into it, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, give the video a like if you haven't already. Helps get the content out to more people. It really makes a difference. So if you could press the like button if you get any ounce of value from this at all, that would be much appreciated. Leave any questions, comments you got below. Myself or my assistant will get back to you throughout the week. And I think that's about it. So let's dive into this one, right? So here's the problem. When people decide they want to do that, there's this myth or misconception or false belief or whatever you want to call it out there that because you've got an online business, it has to be very techy and it has to have a ton of different pieces of software integrated into each other, and you've got to have this perfect project management system, and you've got to have this funnel and then the deadline funnels, and you've got to have chatbots and email follow-ups, and you've got to have all of these different components, and then that feeding into your CRM perfectly, which feeds into your team in Slack, which sets off all of these other alarms, and all of this magical stuff happens. Okay, and that's fine. You can get there, right? That'll come. When you're first starting out, if you try and do all those things, right? If you even try and do 10% of the stuff that gets spoken about, you're going to get yourself tied in knots. When you're under 10, under 20K a month, please focus on minimalist strategies. Just go bare bones. All right? Absolutely bare bones. This is going to do two things. Two really powerful things. One, it's going to keep you incredibly focused in terms of what you need to do each day, right? What's actually moving the needle, which is going to be amazing because you're going to get way more stuff done. But it's also going to keep you in a really good space mentally, from a mental health perspective. The more you start to bog down, the harder and harder it's going to get. But two, the second major piece is it's going to keep your business lean, right? Financially lean. In early days, keeping those fixed month-to-month recurring costs down that start to add up, the more and more software you stack on top of each other, that's going to keep you nimble, right? That's going to keep you in a position of authority when you're marketing. If your costs blow out, right, and you've got a couple of clients, or you're trying to get your first couple of clients, you're barely covering your costs, what's going to happen is you're going to start coming into this from a position of desperation and a position of need. I need this client because the costs are stacking up. They don't stop month to month, right? They're not stopping. ClickFunnels, they're charging you. Doesn't matter what happens. They don't care if you get a client or not. Right? That's not their business. Their business is giving you the funnel building software. So then when you start to come at this from a position of need, things are really going to start to crumble. You're going to start to repel money. You're going to start to attract the very people that you do not want around you, and you're going to start signing up clients because you feel you have to in order to cover the bills. So keeping things absolutely bare bones, and I'm going to tell you where I would recommend that you start, is the best thing that you can do. Okay, so assuming you can accept that premise and are willing to keep things simple, here's how I'd recommend at the time of filming this, July 2021. This may change in the future. I'm anticipating it's not going to change for a long time. But how I would start is what I call phase 1, right, of an information business. And this might be an digital affiliate business. If you want, this is from a personal branding perspective, I should add. If you want to sit behind the scenes, this stuff is not going to be for you. But if you want to do it with a personal brand, this is what I call phase 1, right? 0 to 10K, you're in that initial, first 6-figure type range. When I'm saying bare bones, right, I'm recommending you start with your Facebook profile. You get clear on the niche, you get clear on the offer and the problem that it solves for people, and you start creating content and building connections. That's all you need to do. Once you're in those conversations, you can take them in 2 directions. You can close people directly on Messenger, or you can get them onto a call to close them that way and sell them on your thing. But in order to bring that together, in order to hit that first 10K a month, you don't even need a Facebook group. You can use a Facebook group in this phase if you want. I've seen that work for people. It gives them another touch point. It gives them another place to grow their audience. But if you want to go absolute bare bones, just the profile, just your personal Facebook profile. Starting to create content, starting to build your network, starting to get engagement, starting to make offers, starting to create content, starting to get some wins and some testimonials and sharing them, and getting that ball moving, getting the snowball effect kicking in, starting to build momentum. Then you move people from your content into conversations, and you can take them in 1 or 2 directions. You can close them in the conversation, or you can get them on a call and close them on the call. That could be on a 1-to-1 package. That could be on a coaching package. That could be on a course. If you're doing this 1-to-1 stuff, though, make sure you're charging higher prices. Otherwise, it's not going to be worth your time. Okay, and that's another critical part about phase 1, is you need to be selling more expensive stuff. Right? You will be stuck in phase 1 for a very, very long time if you're selling something for $50. So that initial offer, make it higher ticket. Right? Don't go below $1,000 would be my recommendation. Make sure it's in the 4 figures and higher. What you charge comes down a lot to your kind of headspace around your offering and how confident you are in getting people results and all those kind of things. But make sure it's higher ticket. Okay, make sure you're not underselling yourself. Make sure you're not undervaluing your own time. But that is all you need. You do not need 18 funnels, 16 CRMs, email, chatbots. That stuff can all come. Right, and I'll make future videos about phases 2 and 3 and how you can take this kind of up past like the 50K a month mark. But if you're in that early phase, that is all you need to be focusing on, is dialing in that initial offer, right? Be it your own or an affiliate offer, making sure it's higher ticket, is your Facebook profile, right? You can add a podcast later, you can add YouTube later, you can add email later, that stuff can all come. I'm telling you, that is a place where you can be proactive, you can create content on the go, right? You can quickly type up posts, you can put up Facebook stories, you can go live. Very, very flexible, very, very nimble, okay? And doesn't cost you anything. You're not spending money on ads. You've got perfect integration over to Messenger where you can have a genuine, direct conversation with people. You can find out if you can help them, you can handle objections, you can do all that good stuff. You can get them off Facebook and onto a Zoom call if you want to, and you can get the deal done there. If you narrow in on those things initially and focus every day on creating content that brings in your ideal client and pushes away the wrong type of people, having conversations with people who you think you might be able to help and trying to diagnose if you can or not, and every day you're asking at least a couple of people if they'd like to work with you, and you do that every day and build up that pipeline and do it consistently, that's going to be the fast track. That's going to be the lowest risk. That's going to keep you in a position of leadership and authority in delivering your content, in delivering your sales message, because your costs are going to be low and you're not going to need to work with any one customer. Your relative neediness is going to depend on the other stuff happening in your life. I fully appreciate that. But this is one thing you can keep off your plate without stacking 16 different pieces of software that are going to start costing you $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month in order to maintain your business that doesn't even exist yet. So keep that in mind. Keep things as simple as possible. Once that's rolling, then you can add a group. Then you can add email. Then you can add YouTube. Then you can add a podcast. Then you can run ads to boost your lead flow. All of that stuff can come. Enjoy this early phase. Document the journey. Keep it simple and focus on what's going to move the needle. Content, conversations, and conversions. Be that on the phone or be that directly in Messenger. Please don't fall into the trap of thinking you have to do 16,000 things in order to get moving, in order to make that first 6 figures, because it's simply not true. Hopefully you got a bit of value from this one. If you did, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe so you catch any future videos. Best of luck with everything, and I'll talk to you all soon. Cheers.